I am Cinnamon Cooney, your art Sherpa, and today I want to show you how you can do this really fun, colorful field of flowers without any brushes. Get your sponges, get your Q-tips, come back and meet me with Easel right now. We're going to do a painting together. Let's go. Let's look at the materials we're going to be using real quick. I have a 9 by 12 canvas board. This is pre-gessoed and ready to paint. You don't need to do another thing to it. Over here, I have the colors titanium white, ultramarine blue, quinacridone magenta. I have cad yellow hue, and I have phthalo green. I have bunches of Q-tips. I've got big bunches and little bunches. I like to do different numbers in there. I've got 2 little sea sponges that we call Sherpa nuggets. And very importantly, since this is a no brush painting, I have the glove. Not for any other reason than this is a little bit messy. And you definitely want to take your jewelry off. Or if you have a really nice manicure, you for sure want to do the glove. I'm going to grab my favorite Sherpa nugget and just dip this in water and squeeze out the excess. This helps soften the sponge, and it's going to help us in our techniques as we do this painting. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the sponge right into this ultramarine and kind of swirly it around. Get a little of your phthalo white, and you can see how that loads on the sponge. And you're going to come here on the canvas and do these very expressive flowing marks. Yeah, I'm kind of like some circles and some push. Come back, get some more white and blue. Because you want to make sure that you're covering the canvas. You can absolutely get the whole canvas in this. What you want to avoid is creating any patterns in the sky where they repeat. I also like to take some of it back and forth at about before my horizon line really gets started. I'm going to get some more white right here, pressing that down where my horizon line is going to get started. And then here, where I know I'm going to have my landscape, I'm going to go ahead and just get some phthalo green. Flip my canvas over so that I have easy access to it, and put this green down as a base. Now when I get to where my sky and land are going to meet, I'm going to try to make that sort of level and off in the horizon. Even though I'm going to be doing lots and lots of colors and Q-tips above that. Now I'm going to rinse this out and get a new Sherpa nugget for the next thing. And I'm also going to make sure that my canvas is a little bit dry. All right. Get your Sherpa nugget and let's get our next layer of sky in. I'm going to definitely get this a little bit moist, but wring out the extra water in it. And I'm going to take a little of my quinacridone magenta over to my ultramarine. Put a little white on it, and I'm going to come here in my sky. I'm going to talk about a distant little cloud bank that I have going. And how I'm going to push up and then push down and push up a little bit and then push down. I'm going to come from this side and also swirl around, just pushing this distant little cloud bank. It's far off. It's very light. You want to make these interesting as you can. Sure that the patterns are fun. And then when you're sure you like it, get a little of your white paint right on your brush. And just make sure that you take the tops of these clouds and add a little highlight. Just the tops. When you have that and you like that, come and grab some more of your quinacridone. And let's make another interesting little bank. That's more pink. Similar things. Changing up the shape, so I push it out. Maybe I go down. You can come across here if you want. More back and forth really lightly. Grab a little bit of white. Maybe puff some of this up just a titch. Or this pink sky. Back and forth. Just letting the sponge do a bit of the work here. And then I'm going to get some white. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to give just a little highlight to the top. Maybe create another little area right here. And if I'm feeling very jaunty, I might come get a little of my yellow and my quinacridone. Make a nice orange. And just talk about a little of that off in the distance, going soft little swirls. So such a dramatic sky, and there's very little that we're worried about in that. I'm going to get my white again and do the same thing. Create highlights at the tops. And that's all I've got to do. Put that sponge in water, and it's time to start planting flowers all over your field. This is going to be super fun. Grab a bunch of Q-tips. Find the side where they're nice and level together. And let's say our distant flowers that we're going to swirl around in our paint, or maybe have some yellow in them. I'm going to add a little white to that. And I'm going to come here. And I'm going to take this far off space and add a little yellow right there. And I'll go up into the sky a bit, creating depth. This really is a lot like pointillism, so it's very relaxing and fun to do. I'm going to keep pulling some yellow, and now I'm going to make a little area that's kind of like an amoeba shape maybe, coming forward here. You know, it's nice that the green is showing through. A nice one blocking down this way. You may find that you get hairs coming off your Q-tips, and you can always just smooth them around. They actually seem to hurt my painting. They don't really bother me at all. I'm going to get a little green in here. Maybe put a little green back there. Another little bit over here. Take that down between those two. See, they make a nice layer, don't they? So it's fun. You can just layer as you like. Maybe some darker green up front. But I think I want a little yellow in it. So I'm just taking this off. I may have to flip my canvas over to just have a nice angle to it so I can get a great stamp. I'm going to make another little bit right here in the corner. Maybe another little bit coming right here. Just dabbing this down and blending this back. Now I have these interesting shapes here. I'm going to put this aside and pick a new batch of cotton swabs, and I'm going to take some of my magenta and some of my yellow, maybe even a little white. Start planting this colorful bunch. It can help sometimes to smush your cotton buds together between your fingers. Almost done with your pretty field of flowers. So they can come into there. Just keep telling the story. I'm going to get some more red. Just very pink. Add some pink right here at this little green spot. Maybe some right in the middle. take this bright, beautiful pink down. This is such a pretty, colorful field. You can do this painting at any level and be pretty happy with it. Just adding some white and pink and just dabbing that out. I'm going to bring a little line of them between here and some. So I'm happy. I feel like I've nailed it. There we go. Just bringing that in. Now I can either switch over to the other side, which I'll show you how you can do that. If these are both level on each side, you can do this. And I'm going to get a little of my Dog's New Purple and a little of my quinacridone magenta and some white. But I'm going to avoid the yellow. If you're new to painting, yellow and purple gray each other out. So if you're trying to get a very vibrant field of flowers, that might go against your goals. Just pushing this through. That there. Maybe some more quinacridone on this one and some white. Just pushing those deeper, darker colors through. Push some maybe right here, because the birds have dropped seeds and the colors are all mixed up in the wildflowers. And one thing I might grab is a little of my ultramarine blue and my white. Just keep going, adding just a slight blue hue. Maybe a little darker blue right here. Turn it back over. And what you're going to look for is a couple of places that you might want some highlights that are picked up and brighter. And so I'm going to come take this little bunch them together, pull this out, and get quite a lot of white on here, as you can see. And make sure that we've put some highlights into these. I might even get back into my yellow with another one and a little of the white. And make sure that these are highlighted as well. And vibrant, and I can really see and feel them. That's the trick here. You want to be able to really see and feel it. It's very colorful. Let yourself be colorful. That's how you can do a beautiful field of wildflowers with no brushes, just a few Q-tips, a couple of colors, and a sea sponge. I hope you had a lot of fun. I hope this got you excited about being creative, and I want to see you at the easel really soon for more fun art projects. Bye-bye!